Hello, everyone. Uh, a very good evening to all of you. May I get some response from your side? Am I clearly visible and audible to you all?
Yeah, it's visible and audible. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much. So, again, a very good evening. Welcome to today's webinar hosted by Teksun on a topic that is increasingly critical in today's interconnected world, IoT security. My name is Shivika Srivastava, and I will be your host for this session. Before we dive into the details, let me introduce you to our expert speaker, Nikunj, who is the project manager at Teksun. Nikunj brings over software development, specializing in Android application development and IoT solutions. He has a solid background with 2 years of experience in Android application development and over 6 years of experience in delivering end-to-end IoT solutions. Nikunj also has hands-on experience with Java, J2SE development, fundamental knowledge of microcontrollers, and expertise in cloud technology, making him a valuable resource in today's discussion on IoT security. Whether you are a seasoned pro or just starting out, this webinar is for you. Learn about the latest advancements in support solutions and how they benefit your business. So, without further ado, let's hand it over to Nikunj Palsana. Nikunj, the floor is all yours.
Hello, good morning, everyone. I am Nikunj Palsana, project manager at a Teksun, bringing a broad experience in the developing innovative solution across the IoT domain. Yeah, let's talk IoT security before we dive into a quick intro. Yeah, Teksun is a global engineering company with certified ISO 9001 and 2015 that's helped business to solve the complex software challenges. We work with everyone from the startup to the Fortune 15 companies providing the innovation solution. Now let's delve deeper into the Teksun mission, vision, and the core value. So yeah, our mission is Teksun provide the innovative and affordable high-tech solution to a global society and building a revolutionary technology which is benefit to everyone is our vision. Yeah, let's talk about our core values. So the providing the world-class product and the service is our one of the main core value, and honoring every commitment, positive contribution to the society, high morals and ethics, innovation driven culture, crafting a perfect client experience, building a win-win relationship. So these all are our core values. At, at Teksun, we bring together experts across various fields, from the world of the tiny embedded system to a cutting-edge AI solution, and everything between with the comprehensive IT services. Our dedicated team work together seamlessly to deliver the best solutions. Yeah. So in addition to our the core service, we have delivered a 300 plus project across the worldwide range. Yeah. In the IoT, we have the IoT solution or the embedded system, artificial intelligence, IT-enabled services. Yeah, so these three are our main services. In that, we have the IoT product engineering, multimedia system, RF and high-speed design, firmware, Linux, RTOS, AOSP, product certification, DFM, electronics manufacturing, edge computing. So these are all inside the embedded system. At the AI intelligence, or like I said, artificial intelligence and NLP, machine learning, ML, DevOps, predictive maintenance, computer vision, ADAS and DMS, recommendation engine, healthcare, and AI. So these all are services which we are providing under the umbrella of the AI. Yeah, and the IT and embedded service, we have the full stack web and mobile, blockchain development, mobile application on the iOS and Android both, robotics process automation, managed services, DevOps services, enterprise applications. So these all are service we have in the, I can say, the IT umbrella. Yeah. Freeing, freeing the bandwidth while they accelerating your time to the market is our main target. And we have two model over there. First one is the product engineering. Second one is contract manufacturing. So in the product engineering, we have the three uh, models like the dedicated team, time and material, fixed cost, fixed cost. So dedicated team is like the fixed team deployed to the building, or I guess the agile team to the work on the product development needs. And time and material, it is the hourly billing model. In that we have provide the engineers with, I can say, the billing for the materials and hours as needed. So fixed cost is like the fixed cost is, yeah. So fixed cost project is like we can provide the dedicated team with the, I can say, the requirement outline or the scope defined. So we will turn the work for that. Okay. On the contract manufacturing, we have, I can say, the manufacturer partner for end-to-end production of the PCB, mechanical packaging, including the all services like the supply chain management, PCB fabrication, assembly, DFM analysis, product certification, test automation, product assembly and QA, mold production, package and logistics. So these all are service we are providing on the, I can say, the contract manufacturing. Let's jump in the Teksun IoT security. So what we are, I can say, the following in the every development or the best practices we are following. Yeah. So first, this is about the IoT security. So first we can understand what is the IoT solution. So in the IoT, we have the things, we have network, third-party cloud, and I can say the cloud services which we have hosted our application and all. So the each layer need a uniform and I can say the particular securities. Like, so let's take an example on the things. Things is the, I can say, the end devices and the sensors which are considered as a thing. So in that we have the security, we have to maintain the security over, I can say, the firmware and API library, whatever we are using, and we have to manage that all thing or security patches. Yeah. On the network, we have the, I can say, the gateway devices like the router and other things which are providing the internet connectivity. So those all also required secure. And the third-party cloud solution, we have the AWS, Google, and other services, or I can say the any of the other third-party cloud whenever providing the webhooks, API, and other things. And on the cloud side, we have to manage the, I can say, the storage, batch and stream analytics, servers. So also in that portion, we required the security and API library, as well as the particular cloud-related SDKs and management. So the data flow in this ecosystem is start from like the things is sending the data to the, I can say, via the network. So in the network, we have the gateway devices and other things. And the transmission medium is like the FTP protocol, HTTP, SMTP, SNMP, MQTT, TCP, UDP. So those are protocol is used by the end device and it is transferred to the via the cloud or the network, right? So the all information is goes via the network and over the internet, we will, I can say, managing those information over the cloud. So this is the data flow in IoT ecosystem. So each the layer have its own importance, and also we have to manage own security for the each layer. Yeah. So let's talk about the TCP layer and is each individual layer and its possible threats and what are the application and protocols are involved on each layer. Yeah. So in the application layer, uh, we have the possible threats are listed like the SQL injection, phishing attack, malware attacks, remote code execution, data format manipulation, code injection, serialization attack, and format poisoning. So these is all attacks are possible over the application layer, right? Oh, and the all application layer is using the HTTP, FTP, SMTP, or other protocols like which are the use on the application layer like the SNMP, MQTT, and other. Yeah. So these all are possible attacks. We will go with the few of the possible threats and its solution in the next few slides, right? On the transport layer, there is the possible threats are the sync food attacks, TCP session hijacking, UDP flooding, denial, or I can say the denial of service DDoS attack, port scanning. So these all are attacks possible, or I can say the via the application of the TCP and UDP. So a user can scan port over the network, or I can say the over the transport layer where we can use or the I can say the attacker will use the some sniffing tool to find out those ports. Okay, over the internet layer, or I can say the application is Internet Protocol IP, as we all are aware. So IP spoofing, ICMP attack, DDoS attack, man in the middle, and the routing attack are the possible for that layer. On the network, we have, I can say the more possible attacks over the network compared to the other. Wheel and hopping at the physical layer. Also, the man in the middle attack is possible over the physical layer. Ethernet frame manipulation, physical tampering, ERP spoofing, map loading, switch spoofing. So these all are possible at the network layer. MAC address spoofing. So this is all I can say the applicable for the network, or I can say the possible threats for the network layer. And also it is a physical like the tampering of the cable or these power supply or anything is possible with the network layer. So attacker will I can say the attack over that particular area as well. Yeah. So let's talk about the application layer. So in the application layer, as we seen in the previous one, we have the possible attack like the SQL injection, phishing attack, and DDoS attack. So first, let's understand what is the SQL injection. So SQL injection is a malicious or SQL command uh, which is used by the attacker to sensitive information, or I can say the logging, the bypassing from the web or any other way, right? So that SQL injection is one of the major role and in the past 2010 and all year or the era. So people are not aware of that security like the SQL injection. So these most possibly all of the website or most of the website do not have that security. But yeah, nowadays this is most I can say the awareness or the people are aware about the SQL injection. So the whole thing are secure. But yeah, still we have to keep in mind. So in the that solution, we have to I can say the parameterized query instead of same or I can say the traditional plain SQL query. Input validation. So we can validate I can say the input parameter. And the web application firewall, we have also able to I can say the prevent these attacks by the firewalls or applying the firewall on the SQL server. So for SQL injection identification, we have some tool like the Cloudflare, SQL Map, and other tools are there to identify that attack. So phishing attack is also the common attack which is most used. So user is like the phishing in the phishing attack, mostly the user who are not aware about the URL and what is the URL for, right? Let's say example, any social media have their own URL, but in the phishing attack, people, or I can say that you will get the notification or a SMS and you are receiving one URL and the same UI of the page, like the, if, let's say example, the Orkut or Facebook. So people will or the attacker will send you the URL and it is same look like the page is the Facebook and you are just entering username and password and hit the save button. So I can say the attacker will get those username password as a plain text and use the I can say misuse those your credential. So this is the uh, I can say the phishing attack tactics. Yeah. So for the solving or the solution block, we have to implement the web security gateways, and also we have to prevent those attacked by the multi-factor authentication, like we can enable the two-factor authentication. So we are make sure we are not using any, I can say the third party or if our credential is leaked, so it is must be the OTP is required to the login. So these are the possible solutions. And to evaluation or the identify, we have the few tools like the Xstrike, Akamai, and group shoot. So these all are tools like the Cloudflare is one of them. So to identify this, okay. And DDoS attack is also, I can say, the very most popular attack used by the attacker. So in the DDoS attack, the overwhelm IoT devices or network with the traffic disruption service and potentially causing the system failure. So mostly in the DDoS attack, attacker will push, or I can say the send the 1,000 or the 10,000 of requests on the same port or the same URL to uh, breach the network or slow down the network, and then after they will find the vulnerability and attack on that. So for the DDoS attack, also we have some solution. So bot mitigation solution, content delivery networks, rate limiting from single IP. So we can, I can say the provide the limitation for the particular hits. It's, let's say example, we have the login URL. So we will also taken care that the, okay, the 10 request is the maximum allowed request. Otherwise we will not, I can, it is particular IP is blocked for the few minutes or few hours. So these all are the solution or the possible solution. To identify this solution as, or I can say the attack, we have the two tools as Akamai and Cloudflare. So let's move on the transport layer. So in the transport layer, also attacker will, I can say the attack using the UDP flooding, TCP session hijacking, port scanning. So in this, that all the UDP flooding is a type of the DDoS attack, and attacker will send the multiple requests, or I can say the over the UDP protocol. So as we know, the UDP is connectionless protocol, so there is no need to connect with that particular IP, right? So the broadcasting is one of the also the possible way to traffic or jam the network. So this is also the possible threat. To resolving that threat, we have to ingress the filtering, firewall with the UDP, flood protection. So nowadays in the router and the other default, I can say the system is provided by the router manufacturer like the UDP flooding filter. So you can turn on, and these all are the possible solutions. So same the TCP session hijacking is the type of the network attack where, or I can say network or the transfer layer attack. Attacker will take control of the legitimate the TCP communication session between two devices. So the end-to-end they will trace the packet between the communication, or I can say over the network. They will capture your packet and get the information and misuse. So to solve that, or I can say to prevent that TCP hijacking, we uh, have the TCP session hijacking solution like the IP address verification, sequence number randomization, and intrusion detection and prevention system. Right. So these all are the possible solutions. And to implement, or I can say identify, we have the tools like the Fortnite, FortGate, and Apache Shiro. So these all are the tools by using we can identify that, or I can say the prevent those session hijacking attack. Port scanning is also the one type of the threat attacks. So in that case, the attacker will find out the open ports like the TCP port, UDP port, and those. So in that case, over the transport layer, attacker will scan those ports and find out the what are the ports it open. So on that port, attacker will connect or via TCP or the whatever protocol we have implemented like HTTP and other protocols. So it's commonly used by the network administrator or the security auditing and the attacker to find the vulnerabilities. So for that, we have to implement the solution like the network segmentation, honeypot, intrusion detection and prevention system. So these all are the possible solution to avoid those port scanning attacks. Also, we have to make sure over the network layer, like the, I can say the router, we do not have any open ports or the directly accessible port. Or also, we have to protect the, I can say the port, disable the port forwarding over the router to, I can say the prevent those attacks. On the internet layer, the people, or I can say the attacker, the most common attack is the man in the middle. So in the man in the middle attack, the IoT security involves the intercepting and altering data between the IoT devices and their intended use. So let's say example, if you have any sensor which is communication over the network via the UDP package, so the attacker will, I can say, the modify those packets between the network layer and operates the IoT devices. So this is the also the, I can say we have to secure that case. So the possible solution is the anti-spoofing techniques, secure routing protocols, and same as the intrusion detection and the prevention system. So this is most important to, I can say, the prevent the all other attacks. On the IP spoofing, IP spoofing technique is where attacker facilitate the secure, or I can say the source IP address, use the source IP address to track the packages, or I can say the impersonate the trusted entity. So this is the one vulnerable case where the attacker will change the IP address of your system, or I can say the match with your pre-configured IP address, or in the network they will spoof, or I can say get those package. Yeah, so for that we have the solution like the network address transmission, NAT service, right? And packet filtering, firewalls, authentication, and integration mechanism, a router handling. So those all are the practice we can follow and prevent the IP spoofing attack. Yeah, on the network layer, we have the, I can say the possible threats are the MAC address spoofing, ARP spoofing. So these all are attacks. I can say the this MAC address spoofing is attackers will use the techniques to bypass the access control or the advocate the devices. I can say the poisoning risk and the network integrity and device authentication. So like the if we are using the or MAC address, so attacker will spoof that MAC address to hidden from the network So this is all possible chance to implement the, I consider, MAC address spoofing. Okay, so possible solution for the MAC address spoofing is the dynamic ARP solution, MAC address filtering, and the authentication over the Wi-Fi network like the 802 or 1x authentication. Similar, the ARP spoofing, these allow them to intercept the or manipulate the data between the devices and potentially leading to the unauthorized access or data breaches. In the ARP spoofing, user will spoof your IP, and I can say the IP table or the listing table from the routers or other area to the connect, or I can say the threatening for your IoT devices. So to prevent the IoT ARP spoofing, ARP positioning detection tool we have to use, and static ARP entries we have to maintain, and dynamic ARP injection also, or I can say the infection is useful to prevent those attacks. Yeah. So let's jump on our success stories in the IoT security. So in our success story, we have implemented securing key fob devices. So we have, I can say, the development key fob devices, which is managing, or I can say the operating as a one, I can say, key. So similar to the, I can say, the latest car model, they have the key. So by that key fob, they can able to access their car and open the door. So similar, we have implemented a solution where we have to prevent the data privacy issue, like the unauthorized access and possible misuse of the highlighted personal data. And device cloning, we have to prevent the device cloning. So I can say there is the risk someone will copy that key and utilize, or I can say the access the secure item, like, and the firmware problems like the security patches update, and other like the low CPU usage, or with the minimum CPU we have to provide security. So these all circumstances we have to taken care. So for that we have provided a solution like enhancing the data privacy to safeguard user privacy, implement end-to-end encryption for all data transmission, and synchronized data collection. So for that, we have implemented the privacy, data privacy, or I can say implemented those solutions. For the device cloning, we have keep the key fob secure, and the secure element technology, unique digital signatures we have implemented and integrated. We have implemented a secure boot and overall security by limiting the access of the car and the legitimate key fob only. So we have made those pairs. Also, we have on the data transfer, or I can say the operating the operation of the key fob, we have encrypted our data, like the we can use the DFML or any key exchange algorithm, as well as the AES-256 encryption techniques. So these all we have follow for the device cloning. For the securing firmware, we have, as I said, we have implemented the secure boot, and to stop illegal firmware alteration or comprehensive security inspection were carried out, and secure boot also the main role for doing that. And the benefit, I can say, the prevent hacker from the taking advantage of the weakness, and the guarantee the integrity of the key fob founder. So these all about the key fob, where we have implemented the different aspect of the security. On the industrial sensor device, we have the multiple sensors where there is a temperature, humidity, vibration, tri-axis accelerometer, LoRa protocol, Bluetooth, low energy like the BLE, FFT analysis, and the detail other data are available. So for that, we have to ensure the securities to the, I can say, the device to mobile or device to gateway, or I can say the things to the gateway. So in that we have to follow the some security measures like the encryption or key or token authorization for the connection time. We have implemented the some certification for the connecting with the BLE. So the unauthorized, or I can say the unauthorized application will not connect with those beacon devices. So these all are security we have taken in a consideration. For the real-time, I can say the machine monitoring system. So in that we have the paver and rollers like the industrial machineries. For that we have to maintain the security. Like we have the use case that we have the devices, we have to send data over the cloud, and it is totally make the secure. So for that, we have, I can say, the implemented a few dashboards like the machine location user statistic, performance metrics, transmission, the IoT enabled power machine, and potential information like the location and the other information, which is sensitive information related to the machine location and the other engine related parameter. So to securing those, we have to follow the encryption and other standard. Like the we have provided the enhanced data security end-to-end encryption for the all data transmission, and regular audits of the data privacy protocol benefit the safeguard sensitivity operation and data from the unauthorization access and misuse of ensuring the privacy on policy. For the firmware security, we implemented the comprehensive again the security OTA process, and we will releasing the day by day, or I can say the for the regular security patches over the OTA. And we have also followed the secure boot process to prevent unauthorized firmware access or alteration. So these all are we have taken care for that as a security part in the IoT. Yeah, handing over to the Shivika.
Okay. Thank you so much, Nikunj, for your sharing your knowledge. We have learned the data flow in the security of IT devices. You have also talked about the different layers involved in IT security, and you have also threw the light on many possible network threats and also on the solutions and suggestions. This knowledge will help us in strengthening our capabilities when we build any infrastructure. So thank you so much. Now the floor is open for the question answers. If any one of you have any question, you may ask. Is anyone having any question?
Yeah, so effective management involves the implementing the centralized device management platform for monitoring and updating the device using a strong encryption for the data protection and enforcing the strict access control policy and conducting regular security audits and updating the patches to the device or any things. Yeah, thank you. Yeah. So as your question,
So is
like the
anyone
cyber
having any
security
other
threat,
question?
yeah. So we have a new question like cyber security threats facing IoT devices today. Yeah. So IoT device face the threats such as a botnet attacks, distributed or I can say the DDoS attack, as we discussed in our presentation, data breaches due to the insecure inference and random ransomware targeting the vulnerability firmware or the firmware alteration and unauthorized access to the I can say the weak authentication. So these all are the facing the IoT device like the security threats. So Vasu have one question. Yeah, so the encryption play, I can say the crucial role for the protecting the data in transit of, I can say the at rest in the IoT environments, implementing the end-to-end encryption using the strong algorithm and ensuring that the data remains the confidential and secure mitigation risk of the interception and unauthorized access. Yeah, so emerging trend includes the adoption of the blockchain and decentralization security, AI and machine learning for the autonomy detection and the threat protection. And also the evolution of the IoT specific security standard and the framework like the IoT security foundation. So these all are, I can say, the guidelines or the you can follow the OWASP IoT certificate, I can say the security standard to securing.
So are we having any other questions? I think this exchange of information will benefit all of us. So if the question answer round has been completed, then I would like to thank everyone for joining today's webinar on IoT security. We hope you found the insights on securing IoT devices, networks, and data valuable. A big thank you to our speaker, Nikunj, for sharing his expertise and knowledge. If you have any further questions or need additional information, please feel free to reach out to us. Stay safe and secure. Have a great day. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Bye.